What's up, guys? It's Colbert here from the Colbert Vape Report, and today I'm here to talk to you about a little something that's a little more serious than my usual reviews, juice reviews, things of that nature. This has to do with vaping advocacy, and there is a lot of stuff going on in my home state right now of Illinois that scare me very much for the vaping community and the whole vaping ecosystem in Illinois and my part of Illinois, which is southern Illinois. Now, there's a certain senator, Representative Kathleen Willis, and if you look at her picture, which you've probably seen if you've been on ECR, she does not look like a vapor. She looks like somebody that the lobbyists have got to try to ban this thing. Now, there are two bills right now that are going through the House. There is Bill HB 2204 and Bill HB 3362. 3362 is the big one, but we'll start out with 2204. Bill 2204 pretty much is a public use ban. It's banned in any enclosed spaces unless it's a private residence, but it can also be banned in places such as apartment complexes with adjacent buildings, and this also makes it to where businesses cannot choose whether they want patrons to vape inside their shops or not. This will not affect vape shops as of right now from what I've read on this bill, as long as 80% of the business is tobacco-related products or electronic cigarette-related, then all they have to do is report that at the beginning of the year, and vaping will be allowed in there. Although I do still believe that businesses should be able to decide on their own whether they want people vaping in their place of business or not. I believe vaping shouldn't be allowed in places that serve food, because who wants to see clouds while they're eating? But in places like bars, the mall, in a vape shop, business owners should be able to decide for themselves whether vaping is allowed in their shops. Now, the reason they put out this is because within the bill they stated that they do not know the effects of secondhand vapor. The effects of secondhand vapor have been studied, and they have shown that the only thing that can be harmful to some people is the nicotine, because some people are nicotine sensitive or allergic to nicotine. So if there's nicotine in the vapor that is coming out from the secondhand, then that can affect some people. Although if there's a sign on the door that says vaping is allowed and people are vaping and there are people with nicotine sensitivities, just should not show up. It should be that simple. Now, Bill 3362 is an entirely different story. This bill is the one that's been surfacing all over ECR lately, and this has to do with a flavoring ban. Yes, they plan to ban all flavorings from e-liquids. All you'd be left with is tobacco and menthol. Now, this would kill vaping in Illinois. This would kill vape shops, and this would kill juice makers in Illinois. I myself started out on fruity vapes because I wanted to get away from the taste of cigarettes. That is the point. The point of this for me was, one, to cut down on my cost, which when it turned into a hobby it didn't really work, and two, was to get something that tasted better where I could still get my nicotine. Yes, I only vape 3 milligram now, so I'm barely getting any nicotine like I was. So they're wanting to ban all flavorings from e-liquids besides menthol and tobacco flavors. Now, for one, this is stupid. Like I said, I believe that most people vape because they want to vape flavors other than nasty cigarette tobacco. Two, there are multiple other things that are flavored on the market that can be marketed to kids, such as your flavored vodkas, your flavored beers, things of that nature. You go to any liquor store, you'll find a Skittles flavored vodka or watermelon vodka, or you'll find your wine coolers, things of that nature. Those aren't banned, are they? And who are the target demographic for that? Even though it might not say, younger audiences. People under 21 who can still get access to the alcohol. They are the ones using them the most, not people in their 30s and 40s. Now, can some of the ways these bottles look appeal to kids? Yes, it can. However, most companies now use child-resistant caps, not child-proof, because nothing is child-proof, but child-resistant. All bottles should come with warning labels and child-resistant caps, and that should solve the problems. It's not just a bunch of kids out there that are vaping fruity flavored juices. Hell, I vape mostly all fruit flavored juices and custards, like watermelon, strawberries, things of that nature. And if those went away, I would probably have to stop vaping, because I do not like vaping just pure menthol or pure tobacco. I like some variety in my vaping. So these bills are very bad news for Illinois, and if they pass here, they can set precedent to pass in other states. So there are some things you can do. Number one, there is a petition on change.org for the bill 3362. You can sign it there, and that will be forwarded to the representative. I myself have contacted CASA and put in 2 calls of action on each bill, but you can also contact the senator. I have her email. I will put it down in the description along with the links to CASA and to the petition that you can sign and voice your opinion. Even if you don't live in Illinois, I would like you to try to voice your opinion on this, because if it passes here, it can set precedent to pass anywhere. Do you really want to be vaping just tobacco and menthol juices all day? I know I sure as hell don't. So, I'm just putting this out there. I don't do a lot of vape advocacy stuff on my channel, but I'm going to start more because people need to know about this stuff. Alright guys, this has been Colbert of the Colbert Vape Report. Please check out the links down in the description. You really need to help out the cause. I will see you in the next video, and as always, happy vaping.